Somebody once asked me to describe RecycleForce. I would describe it as a time machine. But this time machine don't take you back, it takes you forward in life. Everything's forward, there's nothing backwards at this RecycleForce. It's Robert Smith. I've been here almost 12 years now. Turned my life around, since I come home. I've been a sponge now, since I've been here. I'm also a board member here now. I believe in giving people second chances, third chances. And that's what I had in my life. If it wasn't for RecycleForce, I don't know what I'd be at. When I first got here, I was a little nervous of them. I didn't trust them, just coming home, wasn't organized in my head. Then I found out they really care about us, they don't want us to go back. And each day, it's a blessing and a lesson when we get here every day to show up to work. And here, they let you feel like you're somebody. They don't look at your past. They ask you don't look back. If you look back, you're going back. So that's the main focus here. And what made me kept coming every day. It felt like we only live once. I try to tell all the guys, we only live once. So we got to take advantage of them, And this place here gives you all the opportunities now to help you, to get back in your community, get with your family, And that's a part about I like RecycleForce.
To me, RecycleForce is family. It means a lot to me being here and being a part of this organization and being a part of this team. It really just gives hope. It's really a lot of hope. They welcome you with open arms. They don't try to be too overbearing on you. They understand about you just coming home. They get down to your level, so to speak, and they actually really do help you build up. It's just not something like in a commercial or something like that. They actually do care, but you have to be willing to care. You have to be willing to not want to keep on going back and, kind of repeating some of the same behaviors that got you incarcerated in the first place. And they afford you all that here. They give you every opportunity to accomplish all your goals that you want to set out for yourself. So really on you what you want to do.
I take electronics and like stereos, CPUs, we take them apart and we recycle them to where they can be shipped off. We help keep the community clean. That's what we does here. When you come to RecycleForce, they have a good team that would help you learn the skills that you need and the tools to get the job done.
My name is Dave Davis, and I'm an Employee Assistant Representative. Well, like most of the employers that will be working directly with the participants in the program, I myself am just involved. It wasn't too long ago that I was sitting on my bunk and finally got a release date. And after the excitement of being released, then the anxiety began to set in because I knew what challenges laid ahead. I had limited social support system. I was worried about getting a job. I was worried about finding housing. I didn't know where my next meal was going to come from. I had limited amount of money saved up in my inmate trust fund account and really just no prospects of what my future was going to be. And so part of my role is to find out exactly where our participants at day one, and then design a curriculum that begins to break down some of the challenges that they have. So we're talking about anything from recovering their ID, their social security card, their birth certificate, maybe getting them a driver's license if what's holding that back are outstanding reinstatement fees or unpaid tickets. We have community partners that can assist with that, housing, food supports, transportation, even communication challenges like not having a cell phone or maybe not even knowing how to use a smartphone when you get out. And so these are all the things that I help address with all our participants day one when they come here.
I'm Andrea Thomas. I am the program manager. I work with the hire coordinators in the DOC facilities. With the coordinators, they will refer incarcerated individuals to us for our program. I then meet with hire and work with them on setting up a time to have a one-on-one with that individual prior to them being released and starting our program. Once they're here, I then will do orientation and I follow them for 1 year after their program time is up to make sure they're still employed, everything's still going well for them. We are roughly an 11-week paid job training program. The goal is to come in and you get paid $15 an hour to work, as well as what we call stretching your work muscle. So learning the basics of clocking in and out, showing up on time. We also provide trainings that you're paid for while you're on the clock. The first week you're here, you'll get you'll have several classes and get several certifications. The first day in orientation, they'll have classes for OSHA safety, so they have to have those completed before they can start work on the floor. After that, the next day they come in, there will be forklift training. Everybody gets trained on our sit-down forklift. If they want to learn how to operate a reach or stand-up forklift, they can sign up for those classes later. We provide HazWOPER 40 training. It's how to handle hazardous waste and materials. We have an EPA 608, which is how to remove Freon. So those are some additional trainings that we offer to build the resume. Again, they get those while they're here on the clock, making $15 an hour.
It's a lot of good programs here. Got my driving license here, my EPA training, And the advice I really try to give some guys, man, don't give up, man. Please don't give up. If you're not going to work, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get in trouble. Idle time is trouble time. I know everybody don't like the warehouse, but we can train you how to work on cars. We can train you how to do something outside of working in the warehouse. Train you how to cook. We got connections where you can go cook. You don't have to always work your whole life in the warehouse. All I think is just giving people opportunities.
The biggest thing for incarcerated men and women coming out of any institution is employment. So, you have to check that box off because, you really can't do too much until you gain gainful employment. So I think that's essential. But then after you get here, there's so many things. You can get your GED, you can get your license, you can get fees waived off your license, your court fees waived off. You have a court liaison here. So if you're still facing legal issues, you have someone here that you can turn to. They have mental health specialists here that actually help you with your mental health, because we all know that is a serious thing out in the world, especially for people that's been inside that feel like they're still trapped inside and can't really integrate back into society so easily. They have a ton of opportunities and just things that you can accomplish that you normally wouldn't be able to accomplish anywhere else in any other, job place, any kind of work site or anything like that. So, like I said, it's a beautiful place.
You take advantage of everything RecycleForce got to offer, and you can't get this nowhere else. You gotta just take advantage of it, and I know I did. So, and I'm happy to be where I'm at in life right now because of RecycleForce.
I tell a lot of guys, you gotta know what's important is your freedom. See, a lot of people don't remember, Walmart don't sell freedom. Amazon don't sell freedom. When you come free, you come on, you gotta remember what you want out of life. You gotta want something. RecycleForce give you opportunity, man. Your freedom is the most important thing you got on earth, is to be free.